Every stage of an assessment has clear instructions for both the assessor to properly conduct the assessment and instructions to be read to the player. For the symptoms section of the assessment, you must hand the device to the player to answer the questions. The player will need to answer each question by selecting the score at the bottom of the screen. As the answer is given for one symptom, the next symptom will be shown. If a player wants to review or change a symptom, they can press the previous question button. To go back further to an earlier question, keep pressing the previous question button. To view a summary of assessment answers, select the Summary button on the top right-hand corner. If the assessment is not a baseline, then the related baseline assessment score will be shown next to the current assessment answers. The change from the baseline score is also shown. Pressing on any question will take you to that question. This works for all stages of the assessment. Once the symptom questions are completed, the player then hands the device back to you to continue with the assessment. For the orientation section of the assessment, the questions will be in black to ask the player, and the correct answers to the questions will be shown in red. These answers will automatically default to the current time and date. For the immediate memory stage, the words will be shown and read out by the device. Ensure that the volume is turned up on the device and press play.
Finger, penny, blanket.
If the volume does not work on your device, read the words as they appear on the screen. This will ensure that you read them at the correct speed and in the correct order. When the list of words have been read out, ask the player to repeat back as many as they can and mark them off on the screen. When trial 1 is complete, press Continue to move to the next trial. Repeat all 3 trials in immediate memory in the same way. A 5-minute delayed recall lockout will start in the background when immediate memory starts. In digits backwards, the player must repeat strings of digits back to you in reverse order, starting with a string of 3 numbers and increasing to 6. Explain how many numbers will be in the string. Press play, and the device audio will read out the numbers.
4, 9, 3.
When the player recalls the numbers to you, mark if they are correct or incorrect. If the player gets the string length correct, then the next string length will show on the screen. Press play and continue on with the test.
3, 8, 1, 4.
If the player gets a string length incorrect, the numbers will automatically change for a second attempt at that length. To carry out the second attempt, the play button will reappear. Press that to play the numbers.
3, 2, 7, 9.
If the player gets the string wrong twice, then the task is over and the Continue button will appear to move on. In the Balance section, start by instructing the player which balance task you are conducting. You can show them the graphic to familiarize them with how to stand. During the task, look out for and record errors. The errors you should look for are listed on the screen. To record the errors, press the plus or minus buttons on the bottom right-hand corner. Once the timer has reached 0, the Continue button will appear to move on to the next test. The neurological screen task takes the first 3 answers from the earlier neck exam, finger to nose, and tandem gait. Answer the remaining questions. You cannot start the delayed recall before the 5-minute lockout is finished. You will know 5 minutes has elapsed if the timer on the bottom bar has been replaced with the Continue button. Remember not to repeat the words to the player. Just ask the player to recall as many as possible. The final part of the assessment provides the opportunity for you to enter any additional notes. Finish up by selecting the Save button at the bottom of the screen to conclude the assessment. After saving the assessment, you will see the assessment summary screen. This provides the assessor an overview of the results. The status of the assessment is shown on the results screen. Assessments will sync automatically if the device is connected to the internet. An assessment that is saved to the CSX server will show synced. Reference limits for baseline assessment results are available on the Reference tab. This will show any subtests that are outside the reference limits and require further investigation. To view or share a PDF of assessment results, go to the player's assessment history, select the assessment, Scroll down to the bottom of the screen and select View Results. You must be online the first time you generate a PDF. To share the PDF, press the Share icon in the top right-hand corner of the screen. You must have an email account set up in Apple Mail. For more information on this app, visit our website at www.csx.co.nz.